Hi, Elaine here, countryhomeandheart.net is my website, and I'll give you another update on my husband real quick. He is home from the hospital, and I'm going to turn you around and wave at the people. Okay, and you can see he is doing much better, and I'm making a favorite of his tonight. We're going to be doing fried fish, so let's get started. Okay, I'm going to turn you down here so you can see. Okay, now I have my fish right here soaking in buttermilk. And the reason I'm soaking that fish in buttermilk is because buttermilk neutralizes the molecules that can tend to make fish kind of have that fishy smell and smell your house up and gives it a fishy taste. Definitely the buttermilk enhances the taste and just makes it better. So we're going to take that out, and I'm just going to roll this in. This is a combination of cornmeal and flour, and it's self-rising flour and self-rising cornmeal. It's just a combination mixed together, and I've just added a little Old Bay seasoning to it, and I'm adding some pepper to it, and we're going to mix that in. Okay, and now we're just going to roll our fish fillets. This is flounder, and that's one of my favorite fishes. And so we're going to just kind of roll this up in the mixture here, and I've got my deep fryer going, and the deep fryer is on 350 degrees. Actually, it's more like 355, and that's okay. And as soon as we get this coated, I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit and show you my deep fryer. And we will get this going. Okay, we are almost there. Just a few more pieces of fish here to coat. Because I have a little technique for putting this in the deep fryer to keep it from sticking. Sometimes you notice you put things in your deep fryer and it sticks to the basket. And I have a way of doing that that kind of helps prevent that from happening. Okay, so this was my flour and my cornmeal mixture, and it was seasoned with Old Bay seasoning and a little black pepper. Let me rinse my hands off. Okay, and let's turn you where you can see my deep fryer. There it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the lid on this. It has reached the temperature. Just pull you up a little bit closer so you can see. There you go. Okay, and you see my basket is right there. What I'm going to do is lower my basket into the hot oil. This canola oil is what I have in here. And I'm going to take a piece of the fish and I'm going to kind of just hold it in here and get it started. And then I'm going to drop it in. And getting it started like that prior, instead of just dropping it in, what that does is gets that cooking process started, and it keeps it, reduces the chance of it sticking to the basket. And it's very important with this that you don't overcrowd your fish. We're going to be doing this in batches. Alright, and now I'm going to close my lid, and we're going to check on this in just a minute. And I'm going to rinse my hands off. Okay, and I'm going to move you over to where you can see my stove, because on my stove I have my pressure cooker set up, and we're going to be doing boiling some potatoes in the pressure cooker, and I'm going to show you how my pressure cooker works. Alright, be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I'm at my stove, and I'm going to use my pressure cooker. And let me turn this down so you can see. This this is a Presto pressure cooker, and this one I've had since I was 19 years old. This was actually a birthday gift from my husband, and I hated it. But I have since, once I learned how to use this pressure cooker, I just fell in love with it. And I use a lot. I have been using it for 19 years. Every now and again you have to replace this gasket. And my gasket is in the process. It probably should be replaced again, but I think I've got it pushed in there good. Okay, so let's talk about a few of the safety factors for using this kind of a pressure cooker. One of the first things you want to do is there's a little opening right there that you want to just make sure that you can look through that and see daylight through it, that it's not blocked. And I can see through there just fine. And also that this little piece right here is popping up like it should. Now another thing with the pressure cooker, I'll move you a little closer so you can see inside there a little bit. You don't want to fill it any more than 2/3 full, because if you fill it more than 2/3 full, that valve can become blocked. And if that valve becomes blocked, the safety valve here will pop out, and you're at risk for having an explosion with this if you don't do that. So we never fill it more than 2/3 full. Mine is just about half full because I've only got 4 potatoes in here that I'm going to boil. So what I'm going to do at this point is lock my lid down like that. And there's a little, this is called a pressure regulator. I've always called it a rocker. It goes right there. And we're going to turn this up all the way to high and wait for this to start rocking. And when this starts rocking, we will reduce our temperature on the stove just to maintain a gentle rock. You don't want it going like this and, you know, going real fast, but you just want a gentle rock. And so when this comes up and starts rocking, we're going to reduce the heat and we'll be back. Okay, I am back, and my pressure cooker has started to rock, and let me show you. Now that's too much, so I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit, and I am going to set my timer for 15 minutes. And these potatoes are going to cook in the pressure cooker for 15 minutes, and they're going to be, when they get done, they're going to be just right. Okay, and let me turn the camera off a minute, and I'm going to take you back over to the counter, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and we are going to make some hush puppies to go with this fish. So let me turn this down so you can see. All right. And what I have here is I have 3/4 cup of self-rising flour and 1 cup of self-rising cornmeal. And to that, I'm going to add 1 egg beaten. Oh goodness, we got a little thunder boomer moving through. I don't know if you heard that or not, if that came through on the video, but we have a little boomer. Okay, and I'm just going to pour that egg right in there. And then to that, I'm going to add some onion. This is onion that I minced up for some hot dogs a couple of days ago, and I had this left over, and it's just about the perfect amount for putting in my hush puppies. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. And then to that, I'm going to add a little onion powder. You can hear that pressure cooker going. Okay, we're just going to add a pinch. We don't need much, just a pinch. And the same with the garlic powder, just a pinch. And I'm going to add just a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. And the last thing I'm going to add is a tablespoon of sugar. I thought I already got that out. I can't find it. So, there it is. Okay, so there went our tablespoon of sugar, and I'm just going to kind of start mixing this around. Now, and the very last thing I'm going to add is 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of buttermilk. So we're just going to pour this in because I want a really stiff batter for this. I don't want this to be runny like you would for like cornmeal. This is going to be a pretty stiff batter. So I'm just going to kind of mix this around until I get the consistency right. Now the recipe ingredients that I'm reading to you are actually for a larger batch. I'm just making a smaller batch. This is just for me and my husband. We don't need a great big batch. So, yeah, so see that? That's about what we want right there. Yeah, if you had a melon ball scoop or something like that, that would be ideal, but I don't. So I'm going to use my tablespoon measure. And again, I'm going to lower my basket into my deep fryer. So let me just turn you around so you can see the deep fryer. Move you a little closer. Okay. And we're just going to spoon this dough right into that hot grease, just like so. And again, we want to be really careful not to overcrowd our pan. So we're going to be doing our fryer. So we're going to be doing this in batches. Okay. I think I might put in one more. Okay, and let's just close this up. And we're going to let that go for a minute. Okay, and while those hush puppies are cooking and everything else is coming together, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, and we will be back when I'm ready to place this up, and I'll show you what everything looks like. Okay, we're back. And our fish and our potatoes and everything are done, and you see how nice the potatoes came out in the pressure cooker. They just came out real good. And this is my husband's plate over here, and this is my plate, and I made some coleslaw earlier today that we're gonna have with this, and also some honey butter that I made for the hush puppies. So we're going to eat. And I do thank you all for watching, and hope you all have a great evening. I guess we're going to try and weather these storms that are going on right now. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.